Here we are back with your Waterloo Warriors action, the second game of our doubleheader. We've got Carson Hepburn on the mound for the Waterloo Warriors. The first pitch he throws of the game, called for a ball by the umpire. The second pitch of the righty pitcher. He's throwing gas today, but not getting a strike call. Unhappy about that one. He thinks it's a strike, and up in the booth look damn well like it. As that one fired in, fouled off by the right-handed batter by the Guelph Gryphons. The 1-2 count now. Carson Hepburn looking to come out and throw some fire here to start off our second game. The wind picking up a little bit more, blowing out to left center as that pitch inside. Just a little too up and in, as the count's now 3-1 against Carson Hepburn. Definitely a hitter's count here, but a little bit of fire down the middle, and it's going to be hard to hit as he gets set with the wind-up. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and there's that heat from the Waterloo pitcher, just forcing a swing and a miss and making it a full count to start off our second game of our doubleheader. The Guelph batter steps into the box and locks in. Hepburn, the full count delivery, pitches in and swung on and hit hard to the right field side. Coming over on that's Hagerman, and heel camp under it and makes a good basket catch. First out of the game. Hagerman getting there and securing the out for Carson Hepburn. Up next is number 14 for the Guelph Gryphons.
Now batting, number 14, Jack Gillis.
That's Jack Gillis. As Hepburn set with the pitch, and that one called strike, just catching the outside part of the plate. Beautifully placed ball by the Waterloo Warriors pitcher. As the second pitch in, watched by the Guelph Gryphons batter, called for a big strike, as Hepburn is dealing to start the first inning here for the Waterloo Warriors. He's ready. Guelph player stepping in to the box, receive the sign. The 0-2 pitch is in, and it's swung on, hit hard right to Skorupski at second base, and he'll throw over to Misa, make the easy out, and there's two down now for the Waterloo Warriors in the top half of the first inning. Of course, doubleheaders here are 7-inning games apiece, so getting a lead early is very crucial, and getting out of these first 3 innings with allowing as few runs as possible is going to be the Waterloo Warriors' MO. As the first pitch in, just down low. One out of the Guelph batter, the righty in the box, watches the second pitch, the off speed, not quite catching the outside part of the plate there, as going down 2-0 in the count. Hepburn, he's going to have to battle back and earn all these strikes as the pitch comes in. That one hit hard up high as Misa tracking it down on the first base side, but it will end up in the stands. Foul ball. First strike, though, against the right-handed Guelph Gryphons batter. Two 2-1 count against right now. Carson Hepburn battling his way back into this one. I did mention the wind picking up a little bit here. It's still going out to left center, just a tiny bit as the pitch comes in, and that one yanked outside. 3-1 the count. The second one to Carson Hepburn. He's going to have to lock in here as he's facing a very friendly hitter's count. But been here before and gotten out of it once already. 3-1, 2 outs, top half, first inning. Pitch coming in. So that one swung on and fouled off down the right field side, but out of play. You got a full count here with 2 outs. Carson Hepburn just muscling some pitches in there. We'll have to see what he can provide to the squad here on the mound, ready for the pitch. Using timing to his advantage here, gets into his windup. And that one in and a strike call. Batter knows it immediately. Carson Hepburn placing that ball beautifully, and we'll see the bats coming up in the bottom half of the first inning.
Leading off for your Warriors, number 23, Alessandro Strazzeri.
Strazzeri coming up to the plate to lead off the game for the Waterloo Warriors. The left-handed bat had a very good first game in our series as he hits the first pitch right down the first base side, but into the first baseman's glove. It's a quick one pitch, one out for the Guelph Gryphons. It has both squads now showing off the lefties in the first game, and now both squads going to righties in the second one.
It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's
The Waterloo Warriors line up for the second game in our doubleheader. A bunch shown by Misa, a good pitch in to get a strike, but the lineup being Strazzeri, center fielder, Misa at first base, Hagerman in right, Applovich at third, Kemp DHing again, Grant at shortstop, Shepard in left field, Skrowski at second again, and the change, Sealman getting a little bit of break on the knees, Greaves coming in to catch. As that pitch comes in, and Misa with a good eye, watching it fly by. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the Waterloo first baseman. As the righty pitch comes in, and that one finding the zone. Misa acknowledges it. Misa knows it, but he's seeing them now. Trying to just get their eyes open and their eyes on the ball now. Waterloo Warriors. Well, not Strazzeri swinging at the first pitch, but Nolan Misa working on the good at bat here as he hits that one, chops it to the second base side, and getting to it is the Guelph Gryphons, the second out of the inning. Suffered by Waterloo. 2 groundouts now, both to the right side of the field.
Cody Hagerman.
That will bring up Hagerman scoring the first run of the afternoon just for both teams in the bottom of the first inning in our first game. Hagerman, the power bat, definitely a threat to do anything when he's up there. As he steps in and gets set to face off against the Guelph pitcher, number 94, as the first pitch of the at-bat comes in, and it's a nice one, just skirting at the bottom half of the zone and getting a called strike. As the pitcher locks in, set with the windup, and that one just missing outside in the lefty batter box. 1-1 now to Hagerman, the right fielder. Gone yard here a couple times at Jack Couch Park in the past few seasons, and he wants more. A big swing, but not quite able to get to it. 1-2 the count now. 2 outs in the bottom half of our first inning. Got Applovich again on the on-deck circle As the pitch comes in, swung on, and a nice outside pitch gets Hagerman swinging, and we'll see you guys in the top half of the second inning.
Now batting for the Gryphons, number 44, Arthur Kawara.
Here we are back to resume play in the top half of the second inning. Kawartha, the big righty, up for the Guelph Gryphons. Hepburn on the mound again, and he opens it up with an off-speed pitch. The flamethrower getting a little pretty with it, and trying to do something fun, and not quite getting it over the zone. One ball now to start the inning off. Now I'm expecting some heat here from Hepburn as he gets into his windup, and the fastball in. That's hit hard down the left field side. That is going deep and gone. Almost onto the highway here as hard pitch, hard bat combines for a long home run as Guelph goes up 1-0. The leadoff hitter of the top half of the second inning going yard. That's a hard hit ball, and that's the danger that comes with the flamethrowers, is it doesn't take much contact to really get that ball popping off the bat. Guelph taking their first lead of the entire day against Waterloo. Hepburn getting right back into that one, though. A hard strike one to the second hitter of the second inning for the Guelph Gryphons. Definitely trying to get the heat back is Carson Hepburn. Another big pitch there as that one's hit to the second baseman. Thrown over to one for an easy out there. One out here in the top half of the second inning. Third batter coming up. That's number 3 for the Guelph Gryphons coming up.
Number 3.
Got some big boys here for the Guelph Gryphons. A lot of power threats, it looks like, as Carson Hepburn is going to have to work his way through the lineup, and work he's going to have to do. As the first pitch just outside, watched from the batter. As Hepburn looks in and gets the sign from the new catcher for the Waterloo Warriors. Is that one hit hard to right field? Hagerman coming over to it, and that will be a single for the Guelph Gryphons. The bats continuing to do work. Hepburn coming back in to lock in. He gets to face off against a left-handed batter.
Sawyer Whitaker.
Sawyer Whitaker for the Guelph Gryphons stepping in now to face off against Hepburn. A little righty on lefty matchup is a runner on first base. A bigger boy, not so much a speed threat, but he could have some hidden wheels. As the pitch from Hepburn comes in, as it is beautifully placed, the big strike call, but maybe the wires getting crossed up between catcher and pitcher as Hepburn tapping his chest after that one. He does get the strike call, but maybe not what he was looking for. Stepping back in is the lefty bat. Checking on first is Hepburn as he enters his windup. Pitch coming in as that one is fouled back to the... Oh, that one fouled back to the third base side and bouncing right back to home plate. Worried about that hitting the umpire or the catcher. You don't want either of those two getting their head hit and losing a little bit of vision as Hepburn up 0-2 now. In this battle he is facing with the Guelph Gryphons player. He shakes off one pitch as he looks in and throws back over to one, unable to get it as the effective dive umpire. Late call, but calls him safe. Hepburn keeping his eye on the runner at first, but logs back in at the plate. Pitch coming in, and it's swung on and missed. Beautifully put by Hepburn, getting a big swinging strikeout as he now has 2 outs here in the second inning. But still the score 1-0 for the Guelph Gryphons. Hepburn locking in on the mound, facing off against 18 of the Guelph Gryphons. Checking on that runner on first again, but with 2 outs, he's got a little bit more room to breathe as the first pitch in. A beautiful pitch, just not quite finding the zone, a little bit low. If he goes right back to that one and just moves it even 3 inches, he gets a strike call almost every time. Hepburn staying in on this one. He looks in, gets the sign. 2 little pump fakes with the head as the pitch comes in. That one's hit hard out to center field. Running over on it, the center fielder unable to get to it as that one hops. It's the top of the wall as the runner coming over from first base is going to try to score as the throw comes in, and the throw just not in time, legging it out. Able to score the run, running 200 feet for that one. Was the big number 3 as that's now a 2-0 lead for the Guelph Gryphons on a big double.
Now batting number 1, Jalen Wood.
Jalen Wood now up for the Guelph Gryphons with a runner on second base, and the opposite of what the Waterloo Warriors were doing in the first game. A little bit of clutch hitting on display here from the Guelph Gryphons. Hepburn's got to stay locked in, and he's got to keep his wits about him if he wants to stay in this one. The right-handed batter locked in at the plate, ready for the pitch. Runner on second base, Hepburn checking on him as the pitch comes in just a little low. There's 1 ball, no strikes. To the batter, Wood for the Guelph Gryphons. Hepburn looking in, getting his sign from the catcher. Looking off the runner on 2 as he delivers, and that one off the netting here. Big foul ball, gets the count up to 1-1. Hepburn trying to work his way out of this one. One the count, runner on 2. 2 outs here. Hepburn making sure he's not moving, dancing, jiving too much as he focuses in on the runner at the plate. As the full almost dekes out the batter there. He steps out of the box for a minute there, but the ball is a passed ball, advancing the runner to third base and moving the count up to 2-1. I wonder what happened there and if the mind games for Waterloo are coming back to bite them. Hepburn, though, one of the veteran leaders of the squad, one of the more vocal members of our Waterloo Warriors team, on the mound here, 2-1 count, trying to get his way out of the top half of the second inning. It's a 2-0 score as the pitch comes in, and that one not finding the outside of the zone. Hepburn wants it, but staying composed, and you like to see it. 3-1 count. He's going to have to battle hard. Runner on third is a scoring threat as the pitch comes in, and that one low again. A walk against the Waterloo Warriors puts runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 19, Noah Chang.
Noah Chang coming up now for the Guelph Gryphons squad. Right-handed batter. It'll be interesting to see how Hepburn comes into this matchup and how he decides to battle against him. The right-handed pitcher throwing hard in this one. 2 outs against as runner goes from first to second, but the pitch, a ball on the inside. As Hepburn now gets set with the 1-0 delivery. That one coming in, and again, just low. He is not able to get a strike right now. A lot of these pitches looking really good, just not going in the Waterloo Warriors' favor, unfortunately, but he's going to have to stay locked in on it and not give up on these battles. As he gets set with the pitch, comes in just up top now. He goes low, low, up, and unfortunately, 3-0's the count now. The batter in a good spot. Runners on first and second after the stolen base. As Hepburn just trying to get the Waterloo Warriors out of this one. Pitch comes in and gets a strike. Beautifully put ball. He needs 2 more of those, and Hepburn will be getting out of this one, hopefully. But then again, any amount of bat on ball is dangerous stuff here. Anything that gets past the infield will be at least 1 run for the Guelph Gryphons. As Hepburn looks at the runner on third, looks back at home plate, set with the pitch, and it comes in and it's hit hard down the right field side. Hagerman's going to come over on it. It's going to be a hard catch, but camps under it and grabs it. Doesn't allow any other runs to score. That's a second really nice catch for Hepburn out in right field. The Guelph Gryphons up 2-0 heading into the bottom half of the second inning.
Leading off the second for the Warriors, number 47,
Applovich up now for the Warriors, hitting a solo bomb in the first game of our doubleheader. Looking to get the action start for the Waterloo Warriors. Down 2-0, swings at their first pitch, just unable to get to it. 1 strike against Applovich now is staring down the tall righty for the Guelph Gryphons. Wind died down completely as he hits the second pitch of the at-bat right to the shortstop. The throw over is high, and it goes all the way over to the fence as Applovich goes all the way over to second base on the air. Take them out as they come as Applovich ends up on base. That brings up Kemp, the DH, who had an excellent first game with 2 doubles and a single. Looking to keep the hot streak going. 3 for 3 in the first game before getting replaced by Valvo, the pinch runner.
Batting number 8, Jaden Kemp.
Getting the signs now is Kemp. Runner on 2 is Applovich, trying to get back in this one. Waterloo, if you're just joining us, the Guelph Gryphons did score 2 runs in the top half of this inning. As the first pitch comes in on Kemp, and he swings and hits it just past the pitcher, but the second baseman comes over and makes the play. It will advance to Applovich over to third base, though.
Now batting number 4, Sam Grant.
Sam Grant coming up now with a runner on third base. He has an opportunity to get the Waterloo Warriors into this one in the bottom half of the second inning. 1 out against, and a little bit of a choke up on the bat. He really wants to get bat on ball here and make something happen. A little bit of chaotic baseball would be what the Waterloo Warriors need right now. Up these pitch counts and up the amount of runners on, as Applovich on third looking to score, but a big strike against the shortstop for the Waterloo Warriors, Grant. Steps back into the box, working against number 94 of the Guelph Gryphons. And pitch comes in, as that one called strike. Not swinging the bat yet is Grant, but with 2 strikes against, he's gonna have to get aggressive, and he's gonna have to shorten up the stance a little, try his best to get the bat on the ball here. As the pitch comes in, and it's swung on and missed. Grant not able to get to it, as there's now 2 outs in the second inning.
Now batting number 27, Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard, the left fielder, coming up now. Still has Applovich on third base, trying to capitalize on the error by the Guelph Gryphons. Watching the first pitch sub by high up top for a ball. Sam Shepard trying to get the first hit of the game for the Waterloo Warriors. As the pitch comes in, that one's hit hard up the middle, and just on cue, the first hit as the shortstop almost made a terrific diving effort, but unable to get to it. Sam Shepard, a big RBI single. The Waterloo Warriors fighting and clawing their way back into this one. 2-1 game now.
Number 24, Sean Skorupski.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah.
2-1 the score now. Waterloo with a runner on first. And up to bat, Sean Skorupski. The wheels on display from this guy in the first game. He didn't make it to base, but my God, he got there fast. As the first pitch of the at-bat fouled back. As he steps in, the choked up bat from Skorupski, trying to get some bat on ball here. As the runner for the Waterloo Warriors, a stolen base attempt in time. He makes it safe as the call from the umpire. Big stolen base from Sam Shepard as he goes from first to second, and there's a little bit more danger. Skorupski did foul off the first pitch of the at-bat. I'm not sure whether or not it was a ball or strike on the stolen base. I always get my eyes glued to the runner going, as that's the second strike. Should be a 1-2 count on the stolen base, and there it is, the umpire indicating such. The speedy Shepard on second base. Both the wheelie boys on the team here, Skorupski and Shepard. The 8-9 guys, and the pitch in, confidence from the catcher immediately going over to the dugout, and the confidence well put, the strikeout against Skorupski, as Waterloo does score 1 run to send us into the third inning, down 2-1.
Leading off the third for the Gryphons, number 14, Jack Gillis.
Jack Gillis coming up now for the Guelph Gryphons in the top half of our third inning. 2-1 is the ball game as Guelph has been having their bats come alive, but Hepburn's still pitching well, even though the Guelph bats are definitely going much more than in that first game. Hepburn with a beautiful fastball just blows it by the batter for the first strike of the inning. Hepburn, he had no hits in his first outing of work, but allowed a home run and another run in that second inning. But right now, something happened in the dugout, maybe some smelling salts, as he's come out with a passion. 2 pitches blown right past the Guelph Gryphons leadoff hitter. As he now looks in, gets the sign and set. The 0-2 pitch is fouled hard to the third base side. Applefish coming over on it, and he camps under it and will get the grab. There's a big out, and the ball actually settling in foul territory. Not something you see too often.
Now batting, number 11, Sam Brown.
Sam Brown up now for the Guelph Gryphons, the right-handed batter. Lanky, big strike zone. Carson Hepburn's going to be peppering that, you would hope. As he looks in, gets the sign, the flamethrower enters his windup, and he's moving quick. He's moving with a hurry as that one skied up to the shortstop left field side. Coming in on it to make the grab is Sam Shepard. And that's a quick second out. The first pitch of the at-bat swung on. As I was mentioning before, the Guelph Gryphons got much more aggressive in between the games.
Arthur Kawara.
But Carson Hepburn welcomes that, and he welcomes a challenge. He wants to see them swing the bat, and he wants to beat them personally, knowing Hep. As he enters his windup, the first pitch of the at-bat will be called a ball just low below the knees. Set up now, the 1-0 pitch comes in, and that one beautifully played, just a little bit above the first pitch, and exactly where it needed to be. 1-1 now with 2 outs in the inning. Now, of course, these games are only 7 innings, so we're about midway through right now, and these are very crucial at-bats. As that one, the off-speed pitch, just not quite finding the zone. Carson Hepburn definitely wants that one back. Two and one the count, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. In the top half of the third inning, entering his windup, Hepburn delivers, and that one not called a strike, as it looked to be in the similar position that the Guelph pitcher was putting them in, but unable to get the call for him is Hepburn. He's going to have to continue battling. Hitters count 3-1. The pitch comes in, swung on and fouled, but either way, it counts as a strike. Full count now. Hepburn battling his way back into this one. 2 outs he needs to get out of this inning. A good first inning, a not so good second inning. Hepburn's day is going to be one to keep an eye on. One of the more electric players and personalities in all of Waterloo, not even for the school, maybe even in the city, as the full count pitch comes in. As that one, he went, and a dropped ball waiting on the call is a very good pitch from Hepburn. Fools the batter. We will see you in the bottom half of the third inning for some Waterloo bats.
Hitting up the third for the Warriors, number 7, Max Greaves.
Greaves coming up for the Waterloo Warriors to start off the bottom half of the third inning. Waterloo battling their way back into this one, going down 2-0 early on, but in the second inning scoring a run to make it a 2-1 game. Waterloo taking the first of our doubleheader, and if they're able to take this one and 2 games against Laurier next week, they will automatically qualify for the Nationals. Of course, those Nationals being hosted here at Jack Couch and another ballpark in Kitchener, Waterloo. As that one is swung on by Greaves and chopped hard to the shortstop, he runs over and makes a play on it, unable to get the throw over and unable to make the pick is the first baseman. Good base running there from the catcher of the Warriors, not giving up on it at all.
Number 23, Alejandro Strazzeri.
Definitely not an easy play. I'm going to credit him with a infield single because I'm a little bit biased, I won't lie. As coming up now, the leadoff hitter, Strazzeri, for the Waterloo Warriors, grounded out his first time up, but got good contact on it as he squares up to bunt, and that one hits him in the thigh, pulling the bat back in, not pulling the bat back in time, the umpire not giving him the base. That is a tough call to make as the umpire, but coming over and talking with the other umpire, he's going to help him make a decision on this one. From our vantage point in the booth, he pulled the bat back and it hit him square in the thigh, as that should be a free base, as they call it a foul ball, thinking that the bat didn't come over to the plate. We're going to have a little conversation here, as that very, very clearly, from most vantage points, was a hit by pitch, but the umpires both deciding together, neither having a proper vantage point on that, none from the side, as the coach for Waterloo gets ejected here. An interesting call, but it gives Waterloo a chance to, it gives Waterloo and Strazzeri a chance to actually swing the bat and maybe do some extra damage that they wouldn't have before, but he's definitely going to be feeling the effects of that hit by pitch right in his thigh. Still a runner on first base, the count 0-1. As this is still Strazzeri. We'll see if he lines up to bunt again with the 0-1 count, and he does, and pulls it back, as that's a free base for Waterloo. Strazzeri lucking out there, as 1 ball, 1 strike, a runner on second base. Gets the effect of a bunt without even needing to do it. The hit by pitch, not so bad anymore. The catcher for Waterloo ending up on 2. Waterloo putting themselves in a good position for victory here. Strazzeri with that quick bat, able to pull it back in a hurry, and he still squares up to bunt, and that one fouled straight down. Definitely going to be needing to swing the bat and trying to get some infield contact, especially. Waterloo just prioritizing getting that runner over to third and playing some small ball. 1-2's the count here against Strazzeri, the lefty batter. Facing off against the righty pitcher for the Guelph Gryphons. He enters his windup and goes. That one outside. 2-2 the count. Strazzeri working this. As the pitcher gets the sign. And waiting, using the patience game, and the umpire ends up calling time. Strazzeri probably calling time, but umpire granting time, as, yes, just watching back the replay, umpire with a quick trigger on ejecting the Waterloo coach, as going back, the pickoff attempt for Guelph. That was a little risky, as almost throwing it away, the shortstop able to get to it, and Greaves able to make it back to second base. As the pitch comes in for the 2-2 count, Strazzeri working it, and this one's going long, forcing the Guelph Gryphons pitcher to get tested here. A 2-2 count with a runner on two. Definitely lots of pressure on the Guelph Gryphons side to maintain their one-run lead. No outs yet still, as that one inside Strazzeri works a full count. The outfield pretty deep for Strazzeri. Surprisingly deep for the leadoff hitter for the Waterloo Warriors as time is called. Working a long at-bat here. Strazzeri trying his best to get into the head of the Guelph Gryphons, but the pitcher and the dugout as that one outside and not getting the call as the Guelph Gryphons. A walk on a full count. He earns his way over to one.
Nolan Misa.
That is the first walk of the afternoon for the Waterloo Warriors. It takes only 10 innings to get there. As up now, the first baseman Nolan Mesa hits the first pitch and advances the runners over to second and third. Effective baseball by Nolan Mesa there.
Now batting, number 34, Cody Hagerman.
That sends up Hagerman with one out and runners on second and third. He's a guy that likes to go for the home run, but he doesn't even need that this time. All he needs is really to get the bat on the ball and for it not to end up in the glove of the Guelph Gryphons. As he's set the right-handed batter in the box. Pitch comes in and swings on it, and he wants it. I'm pretty sure everyone here at Jack Couch Park knows he wants this one. One out so far in the bottom half of the third inning here at Jack Couch Park. The wind has died down, so if we're going to see a long shot, it's going to be all muscle as the pitch comes in, and just outside, Hagerman with the good discipline to lay off that one. Hagerman locked in, ready for the pitch, but waiting a little too long, using the time game to his advantage. Calling time. Hagerman stepping back in. He's been locked in early and often on these pitches. Guelph using the tempo game as the pitch comes in, and that one gets called a strike on a seemingly off-speed pitch that just caught the bottom half of the zone. Hagerman now battling against a 1-2 count with one out, runners on second and third, looking to do some damage here in the bottom half of the third inning. As he swings on that one, the ball dropped. That is a strikeout against Hepburn. 2 outs now, and Waterloo's going to have to get the bat on the ball, and this is the guy you want for that. Coming up, third baseman Applovich.
Now batting, number 47, Klaus Applovich.
Now, Applovich does have a very scary bat up there, especially with runners on second and third as the first pitch comes in. Well placed by the Guelph pitcher. It will be a called strike as the bat doesn't leave the shoulder of Applovich. He's waiting for a pitch he likes. He's waiting for a pitch that he can fully see and drive. The right-handed batter locked in, ready for the pitch. And Gryphons pitcher with the pitch, and that one just below the zone. 1-1 the count. Waterloo facing off against 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning, down to their last opportunities to get some runs with Greaves on 3 and Misa on 2. As that one's chopped hard off the ground and gets past the shortstop, legging it out as Applovich, and The rundown now on third base as the ball goes up and unable to get there is Strazzeri, called out at the dish. They will score one on that one. 2-2 should be the score here as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. A little bit of chaotic baseball as Strazzeri tries to rounds three a little bit too much, as a good play by the shortstop who does bobble, unable to get the out at one, ends up getting the out at home on the game of pickle. Ties it up, Waterloo 2-2. We'll see you in the bottom half, or the top half of the fourth inning.
Leading off for the Gryphons, number 43,
Owen Ellis leading off for the Guelph Gryphons to start the fourth inning here at Jack Couch Park. Waterloo ended up tying it up in their at-bats in the bottom half of the third inning. 2-2, Carson Hepburn takes the mound again in the third inning and not allowing a single hit, much like his first inning. When Hepburn is on, he is on fire, as we'll see if he can continue that into the fourth inning, getting a strike call on the first pitch of the at-bat. Pitches in and swung on and missed. Good work from Hepburn again, using that heat to his advantage. As he gets set on the mound again. 0-2's the count, definitely in his favor, and enters his windup as the off-speed pitch just doesn't curl around, can't quite get it to enter the zone there, as it's now a 1-2 count, but a really well-placed pitch. Hepburn has got nothing to be upset about, and he should be able to stay locked in with the count in his advantage. That one swung on and missed. A ball in the dirt as Greaves can't find it. It just sat on the home plate, and he's able to recover, pick it up, and get the out. A strikeout there for Hepburn, and some good stuff so far to start off the fourth inning of play.
Now batting, number 3.
Number 3 for the Guelph Gryphons coming up now. Ended up scoring on first to third in the second inning. Carson Hepburn's definitely going to want to get some revenge for that and pump these balls in. He gets set with the pitch, likes what he sees. And that one's hit right back up the middle as both the shortstop and second baseman were shaded a little closer to the bags, and that one just finds its way into the center field. A hit for the Guelph Gryphons in the top half of the fourth inning here. 1 out, 1 runner on first. 2 times now that number 3 for the Guelph Gryphons has gotten on base, as Hepburn's going to be facing off against a lefty. I'm pretty sure the only lefty in the Guelph lineup for this game, as that one first pitch swung on right back. Hepburn going up in the count early. Looking in, getting the sign, facing off against the lefty batter. As there's 1 strike against, pitch comes in, and that one, almost a swinging bunt, lined down the third base side for a foul. 0-2 now is the count. Hepburn's been putting himself in positions to succeed so far in the top half of the 4th inning. He likes to go with the off-speed pitches when he's got a 2-pitch lead in the count, and we'll see what he does here. He's locked in, gets the pitch. He likes what he's seeing. 3 head nods on this one. Pitch comes in, and it's fast. He likes the off-speed, but goes with the heat and just getting to it. Late is the Guelph lefty, fouling it off. Hepburn on the mound. You could see the confidence. You could feel the confidence radiating from him. A runner on first base, and it's like he doesn't care as he looks in on the plate. 1 head nod this time, and that one just not able to find to the outside of the zone. Hep wanted it. Count still in the Waterloo Warriors' favor here. It is 1-2 off the multiple foul balls from the Guelph Gryphons side, and just not finding the outside part of the zone. Hepburn's gonna look to attack again. Two head nods on this one. Pitch comes in, and that one skipped in the dirt. The runner for the Guelph Gryphons with a stolen base on the pass ball. 2-2's the count now. Hepburn, he's got to battle his way back into this one. The count is now evened up. A little bit of a mound visit here from the catcher Greaves. Talking a little bit of strategy, making sure that his head stays in the game and understands what's needed for this current at-bat. Probably telling him, have confidence in your pitches. You are good. You just need to remember that, as he is now set up 2-2 the count. Can't afford to throw another ball, but he don't want to do that. He wants to get him out right here, right now. As he looks in, gets the sign, and using tempo to his advantage, moving a little slower, trying to get in the heads of the Guelph Gryphons lefty batter. Pitch comes in. That one fouled again. Just late on it is the Guelph Gryphons. Hepburn, he's throwing it with the power that's required, but just barely getting to it. The Guelph Gryphons are staying alive on him. Just 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Hepburn checks the runner at second base and ends up stepping off the mound. Gonna have a little conversation with Sean Skorupski. Discussing maybe some pickoff plays, getting Greaves to come out now and talk to him. Separately, though, they're sharing secrets, gossiping amongst each other, but not with each other. As the umpire coming out to check out what's going on, as Waterloo's figured out their MO. The mission statement for the at-bat here. Still a 2-2 count. Hepburn staying locked in and battling. He looks in, gets the signs. He's set to enter his windup, and he does. Pitch comes in, and another foul ball. My goodness, Guelph with the bat on ball skills, just not the ball in play skills right now. All it takes is one good pitch or one good swing, and this game looks a completely different. Hepburn checking on the runner at 2. The meeting between him and Skorupski, I'm not sure what it has resulted in, and we will see as that pitch floated outside, making the count full. 3-2, 1 out. I got it. The runner on 2 looking in. He's not an Astros player, so he's probably not stealing the sign. But Hepburn looking in, and time is called. Lots of different tempos on display here. The Guelph pitcher moving slow and moving fast, and Hepburn definitely using time to his advantage. He hasn't moved a muscle, still is a statue, and there he is, set to enter his windup. And he does. Pitch comes in, and that one's inside. A good battle from the left-handed batter from Guelph.
Now batting number 18, Tucker Delaney.
Tucker Delaney up now for the Guelph Gryphons. Still just 1 out as Hepburn had the advantage in the count there, but working and hustling was the lefty batter of the Guelph Gryphons. It was a similar position to this that came to bite the Waterloo Warriors earlier on in this game, so Hepburn's going to have a short memory and work hard to get out of this one, as that goes right to Skorupski. He bobbles it initially, unable to turn 2, and unable to even get 1 as the runner at first. Able to leg that one out. The bases are now loaded, and there still is just only 1 out. Too much going on in the brain of Sean Skorupski. He couldn't decide whether he wanted to turn 2 or just settle with the 1, as yes, safe by about a foot or 2, the Guelph runner showing off the wheels.
Now batting number 1, Jalen Wood.
Jalen Wood coming up now for the Guelph Gryphons with the bases loaded, 1 out, and an opportunity to blow this game open, as the infield for Waterloo coming in. Of course, they have force outs at every bag. They want to maintain this 2-2 game that we've got going on right now, as Hepburn enters the windup and the pitch comes in, and that one just floated below the zone. Unfortunately, not able to get the call in his favor. We got a Waterloo pitcher in the pen. That's number 17, McKelvey. Another righty, so we're going to see more of the same here, as there's 2 balls now with the bases loaded. Now, you definitely don't want to put one of your relievers in a situation with the bases juiced. Definitely not the nice thing to do, but you got some really good relievers on this Waterloo Warriors squad, and of course the bench and managers can trust them, as there's a 3-0 count now. We'll see how long they keep Hepburn in the game for now. He is throwing some good pitches, but unable to find the strike zone in this at-bat to the batter for the Guelph Gryphons, Wood. Staying out there after the mound visit and hopefully getting some words of encouragement from the boys. And maybe he thrives off negative energy. Maybe they're telling him that he sucks, and maybe that'll force him to pitch better. But we'll see as this continues on. 3-0 the count, 1 out. Hepburn, the flamethrower, entering his windup, set the pitch, and that one comes right in. Bat never leaving the shoulder of Wood. 3-1's the count now. Still a hitter's count, but you like to trust Hepburn to battle and to work hard to get back into these ones. The 3-1 pitch swung on, and that's fouled hard to the first base side. It's going to go out of play, and making the count full with 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. The fantasy football players out there, whoever has Saquon Barkley laughing right now, a 65-yard touchdown. My goodness. That's going to make it a lot harder to trade for him in my league. As Hepburn now set with the full count pitch. 1 out. It comes in and just up top. They walk a run in as the Guelph Gryphons take the lead. You never want to see that when watching a ball game. You like to see bat on ball, and you like to see runs. I mean, it's an earned run, but you like to see them earned with the bat, not with the eye. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Wood, the Guelph Gryphons player, not getting too aggressive on that one. Hepburn's definitely going to have to battle back, and battle he will. Infield still in for the Waterloo Warriors. Hepburn in the windup. First pitch comes in, and it's just up top. Waterloo wants to trust Hepburn to get them out of this one. You don't want to use your relievers too early on in these 7-inning games. Oh, that's a big hit down to the left field side. Going back on it is Sam Shepard, and unable to get to it. That one hops the wall. A good play on it is Shepard. That throw comes in and to the shortstop, unable to make any outs as the Waterloo Warriors, and 2 runs will score for the Guelph Gryphons. It is now 5-2 for Guelph. Runners are on second and third as the manager coming out for Waterloo. Definitely going to have discussions on how to approach the game moving forward on the pitches that we prioritize more, and trying to avoid having those first pitch hits, as Hepburn's day is over. The reliever, number 17, McKelvey, will be coming in. 2 innings of no hits and 2 innings of, well, hits against Hepburn in this one. He will allow 5 earned runs and give McKelvey 1 out to work with here in the top half of the 4th inning. We'll see you when the game is live. The action resuming here at Jack Couch Park. Waterloo with a new look at pitch. Still got runners on the second bag and third bag. The force out. I'm not sure. Would the force out still be available at home with the first base empty? It is not. So they're going to have to turn 2 if they want to get out of this one. And that 2 will have to be somewhere else, as Waterloo definitely has their backs against the wall here. 5-2 is the score. 1-1 the count with the number 17 McKelvey pitching for Waterloo. The lefty bat for the Guelph Gryphons squares that one up, but fouls it over to the third base side. Alpovich running over on it, but unable to get to it, bouncing off the top of the dugout. There's 2 strikes now against the Guelph Gryphons. Waterloo trying to whittle their way back into this one. As McKelvey, the righty pitcher, looking in, getting his signs, dealing with one man behind him and one man on his right, enters his windup, and that one is hit hard to the third baseman, Applovich, just off the tip of his glove, unable to get it, as that will be another run scores, a very hard hit ball. Results in the Guelph Gryphons going up 6-2 on Waterloo.
Now batting number 11, Sam Brown.
Runners on the corner for Guelph's Sam Brown, the righty, stepping up to the box to face off against McKelvey. Just an unfortunate situation there as Applovich just isn't an inch or two taller to get to it, as McKelvey with a really nice off-speed pitch gets the Guelph Gryphons batter swinging for the first strike of the at-bat. Locked in, McKelvey. Couple head nods as he throws that one back over to first base. Trying to keep the runner on check and trying to stop him from inevitably stealing second base. Want to keep those runners on the corner for the double play opportunity at 2-1. As McKelvey now gets set with the pitch, and that one hit hard back towards the screen. 2 strikes against, no balls yet. McKelvey up in the count. Runners on the corners, a 6-2 ball game. 0-2 pitch goes in, and that one in the dirt for a ball. A stolen base for the Guelph Gryphons, putting runners on second and third. Definitely a dangerous situation. Still now only 1 out. You got to get a strikeout here if you're the Waterloo Warriors. Checking on the runner on 2. Looking back in at the plate. McKelvey with the pitch, and that one's hit hard to the right field side. It's going to bounce right in front of Hagerman and score another run, as the runner on 2 will hold up at 3. Guelph really blowing this one open, a 5-run lead now.
Now batting number 44, Arthur Kawara.
Something changed for Guelph in between the first and second matchup here at Jack Couch Park. They've been getting the bat on the ball a lot more, and they just have the aggression now. Maybe it's the difference between a righty and a lefty pitcher being on the mound, but it is not looking good for Waterloo. Guelph definitely putting on right now for the squad. As the runner goes immediately on a pitch in the dirt, that'll be a free stolen base on the ball from McKelvey. A close first game followed up by a little bit of a blowout. Waterloo's not out of it though. 5 runs in baseball ain't impossible to get. I mean, we've seen in this inning alone as the pitch in just up top. 2 balls, no strikes. McKelvey looking to get his way back into this matchup against the righty batter for Guelph. The pitch coming in and outside. 3-0 the count now. Three balls, no strikes. McKelvey in his windup. And that one swung on. The no strike approach for the Guelph Gryphons. The aggression on display. 3-1's the count now, but they want to get to the ball and they want to keep running the score up. Waterloo's gonna have to work their buns off if they're gonna get out of here. Maintaining the score as it is. 3-1 pitch comes in, and that one really nicely done. The off-speed pitch coming in for a strike. Full count now for the Waterloo reliever McKelvey. Looking in, getting the signs. McKelvey enters his windup, and that one just outside, not able to hit the outside part of the plate, loading the bases for the Guelph Gryphons with still just one out.
Now batting number 43, Owen Ellis.
Owen Ellis, the right-handed bat up for the Guelph Gryphons, now has a chance to really put on the pressure and really take the game into his own hands as the bases are loaded with still just one out, as the first pitch in the at-bat is a ball. McKelvey looking in, getting the signs, enters his windup, and that one is up high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Time called from the Waterloo Warriors. Greaves coming out to have a little conversation with his pitcher, trying to get his head back into this one and throwing some pitches. Jack Coach Park, more resembling a funeral home right now with just how quiet it's been in the top half of the 4th inning here. The runs getting put on by the Guelph Gryphons, 5 of them. The pitch in, beautifully placed. That is a big strike for McKelvey, getting himself back into the count. It's 2-1 now, still just 1 out here with the bases loaded. McKelvey enters his windup, a big swing and a big miss from the Guelph side. Maybe the mound visit was exactly what was needed. Greaves said something correct. McKelvey, 2 straight strikes to get back into this one. Deep breath, sign reading, wind up, pitch in. That one swung on and missed. There's a big strikeout, exactly what the doctor ordered and needed for Waterloo. 2 outs now with the bases still loaded, but any out can get them out of this situation.
Now batting number 3.
Number 3 for Guelph, having a very effective game so far. Scoring at least 1 run and ending up on base at least 2 times, from what I remember. As McKelvey looks in, set for his new challenge, and the tempo a little too slow for the batter. He calls time as we get a little second to regroup, and McKelvey has been locked in the whole way. That tempo game by the Waterloo Warriors, slowing it down a bit and it working. Big swing, strike 1. McKelvey facing off against the new at-bat. This number 3, though, has good bat-to-ball skills. We'll see how McKelvey handles this one and attacks him going forward, as he's been locked in completely here. The body language on display from both Hepburn and McKelvey has been really good, and hopefully that translates now into some electric pitches, as playing the waiting game. Glove comes down and the pitch comes out as that one swung on and hit hard to the right center side. Going back on it is Hagerman, camped under it, and will make the grab, getting them out of the inning. 7-2. We'll see your Waterloo Warrior bats in the bottom half of the 4th.
off the force for the Warriors, number 8, Jaden Kemp.
The designated hitter, Jaden Kemp, up now for the Guelph Gryphons in his first at-bat, grounded out, but will look to get the action going as the first pitch comes in and is swung on, fouled back. If you are just joining us here in the bottom half of our fourth inning, unfortunate for the Waterloo Warriors, 5 runs against, and one of the longer half innings of baseball you can even have. As the second pitch of the at-bat, the off-speed pitch, not able to catch the inside part of the strike zone. Good eyes there from the designated hitter, Jaden Kemp. Waterloo's going to have to battle back hard and early here. You can't keep swinging the bats when it's 2 outs. You got to swing the bats good and effective at this point in the game, as Kemp doesn't go around on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Locking in at the plate, Jaden Kemp ready for the pitch. It comes in, and that's an effective spot to put a pitch. As 2 strikes, 2 balls here. Kemp's going to have to get the aggression up and really prioritize swinging that thing. The pitch in, swung on, hit hard up to the second baseman. He falls over trying to make the throw. His cleats just catching the dirt, and that one working out well. Snipers all over Jack Couch Park. You got to look out.
Where is he?
As there's a runner on first, and wow, that is
Sam Grant.
the 3rd member of the Waterloo Warriors. 2nd member of the Waterloo Warriors to get on base by an error. Applovich, both times up, has gotten an error to go in his favor to get up, and the shortstop now, Grant, up and has good eye on the pitch. It is a ball. 1-0 the count here with no strike. No outs. Walking back in, the shortstop, Grant. No outs yet. An opportunity to do some damage. The Waterloo Warriors, 2 balls now, no strikes. The eyes on display here by the shortstop. The pitcher attempting to get Jaden Kemp picked off at first base. Unable to do so as we will reset. Signs being given. Quick decision made. The windup entered. Pitch comes in, and that one's hit hard to the left field side, and that will bounce down for a big single. 2 men on base for the Waterloo Warriors, and this is exactly what they needed.
Now batting number 27, Sam Shepard.
After the disastrous top half of the inning, Waterloo battling back, not letting any momentum, cratering. 2 men on base as the speedy left fielder Sam Shepard up now. As the pitcher steps off the mound. No ball pitched as Shepard is a bunt candidate here. The corner's in, bunt shown, pulled back as that one's up top. If you could do that 3 more times, you'll have bases loaded for the Waterloo Warriors, and Skorupski will most likely lay down a bunt, and he's quite good at that. But, I mean, I've seen him hit some bombs before. I wouldn't mind to see that either. 7-2 is the score here at Jack Couch Park. 1 ball against Sam Shepard as the pitch comes in, and he swings on that one, pops it up to the third base side, foul grounds as it stays in play and caught. There's 1 out there. Quickly foregoing the bunts for a swinging attempt, not going in the favor of the Waterloo Warriors. Sean Skorupski, the speedy second baseman, now coming up.
Sean Skorupski.
Sean Skorupski, a freak to the core, coming up to the plate. trying to get some damage on. Using the 50 Cent walk-up music, and it fits as he takes the first pitch for a ball with just one out here. Still an opportunity to do some damage. You just have to avoid any double plays. Scrubsy watching the first ball go up past his head. He's leaned in. He's ready. Second pitch of the at-bat coming in. Swung on. Just fanned over. 1-1 the count now. Kemp on second, Grant on first. An opportunity to get something to go here. As the pitch in outside, 2-1's the count. Skorupski with the discipline at the plate. His last time out, he did strike out, so definitely going to be wanting something a little more productive than that this time up. Bottom of the fourth inning, Waterloo still has 3 chances to get back into this one. And by chances, I mean innings. Pitch comes in and swung on, hit hard to the left field side. It's going to drop for a big hit by Sean Skorupski. That single's going to come around and drive Jaden Kemp. Waterloo, slowly but surely, is going to be trying their damnedest to get back into this one. 7-3 now. It's the score. Still just 1 out.
Now batting, number 7, Max Greaves.
Max Greaves now coming up with 2 runners on and limitless opportunities. Getting the sign from the third base coach there and stepping into the box, hoping to make some damage occur. As the big righty for the Guelph Gryphons gets set in his windup, comes in and inside. Good eyes there from the Waterloo Warriors second baseman, centerman. Greaves, the catcher for the Waterloo Warriors, anticipating a pitch and no pitch coming, as checking on the runner at 2, the Guelph Gryphons pitcher. The righty in his windup, pitch comes in, and that one effective spot. It's a 1-1 count now. The outside of the zone has been an effective spot for all 3 pitchers so far in this one. All of the Guelph Gryphons pitcher, Carson Hepburn, and McKelvey using the outside part of the plate. As the time is called, chance to regroup, think about the attacking strategy for both the batter and the pitcher. Waterloo trying to stay in this one and keep the fight alive. Pitch comes in, and that one hits him. Loading the bases up now, just with 1 out still. This is the opportunity that the Waterloo Warriors were asking for, and they received. As a little mound visit coming up for the Guelph Gryphons. The pitcher not wanting to come out, pretty confident that he'll stay in this one and continue the action here. The bases are juiced. And of course, with the Waterloo Warriors top of the lineup, anything can happen. Strazzeri coming up to maybe do some damage.
Alessandro Strazzeri.
Strazzeri coming in now with the chance to get the Warriors right back into this one. The dugout getting loud, getting intense as they understand the opportunity that's at hand. The first pitch coming in, almost hitting him, as he will take that one for a ball. The bases loaded. Strazzeri, a good hitter, the lefty bat. Definitely a matchup that favors the Waterloo Warriors. The infield corners coming in now. Is the pitch and strike call. Getting an eye for it is Strazzeri. a walk his last time up, so he definitely does have this pitcher in his sights and knows a little bit of what to expect. 1-1 the count. Pitch comes in, and pitch misses the zone just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strazzeri battling. Using good use of his eyes in this one so far. The pressure on with the bases loaded for both Strazzeri and the pitcher for Guelph, who enters his windup. Pitch comes in, and that one inside. 3-1 the count. Now Strazzeri working it. Loud dugout for Waterloo. The intensity's picking up. A little bit of sweet escape was maybe all they needed. The 3-1 hitters count as that one hits inside on Strazzeri, walking home a run. Anything you can do, I can do better. The Waterloo Warriors say as it's now a 7-4 game.
Nolan Misa.
Bases remain juiced. 1 out remains on the board as the dangerous Nolan Misa stepping up to the plate. He bunted his last time out to advance the runners from first and second to second and third, but he's got an opportunity to swing the bat and do some damage as he watches the first pitch go by up top. Yelled at by the dugout to tuck his jersey in. Calls time just to do that. The right-handed batter getting set, getting ready to face off the Guelph Gryphons pitcher. Maybe a little bit of mind games being played here. Taking off his belt, getting undressed for the Jack Couch Park crowd. And he successfully tucks his jersey in, set to face off against the first baseman, Nolan Misa. No wardrobe malfunctions here at Jack Couch Park. We have a family-friendly product. No full frontal nudity as the pitch comes in. The 1-0 count and finds the strike zone. Maybe it was the little jersey tuck that was required. As a 1-1 count, Waterloo fighting, scratching and clawing their way back into this one. A 5-run deficit has turned into a 3. As swung on and hit high into the sky down the first base side. This one not going to have any repercussions to it other than 1 out against.
Now batting number 34, Cody Hagerman.
Hagerman coming up to hopefully do some damage for the Waterloo Warriors squad, striking out his first 2 times up. He's a hulking bat, a power hitter, all or nothing type of approach type of guy. We'll see what he can do here, 2 outs against. As the first pitch in, and it looked juicy, but just getting a little bit of vision on it. Hagerman wants to know what to expect moving forward in this at-bat, and of course, playing the war of attrition. As the Guelph pitcher set with the pitch. In, and that's chopped hard down the foul base of the third base side. 0-2's now the count. We're going to have a little bit of defensive batting from Hagerman. Who am I kidding? That's a man who wants to hit a home run. He doesn't know what the word defensive means. That's all aggression, all gas, as he's now facing up against an 0-2 pitch. He wants this one over the fence, and I know it. Pitch in, just inside. Good eyes from the right fielder. One and two's the count as we got a mound visit from the catcher of the Guelph Gryphons squad. Having a little bit of debate. Not quite a full-on powwow as the infielders remain in their spot. Just a little one-on-one conversation as the catcher for the Guelph Gryphons returns to home plate, and we're set to play some baseball. Getting the sign for the pitch. The Guelph Gryphons pitcher set to deliver. Hagerman locked in and watches that one for a ball. The eyes on display as Guelph wanted that one bad, but That call going neither way for both teams all game. 2-2's the count now. Hagerman's got to keep his head down, eyes on the ball, focused in. He's working his way back in the count as time is called. Quick mental reset for the Waterloo batter. Hagerman stepping back into the box. The righty with white gloves wants to hit this as the pitch comes in and outside. He's worked his way all the way back to a full count, starting 0-2. It's good eyes on display here by the right fielder. Stepping into the box, set to face off against the Guelph pitcher. Hagerman ready, but calling time. Lots of mind games going on here, especially in this fourth inning for both squads. Lots of time being called, lots of patience on display from both teams' pitchers. Umpire signals 3-2 as the full count pitch coming in. 2 outs. Runners going as that one's hit hard into the left field side. It might have a chance to drop, and it will. It one-hops the walls. That's a ground rule double. That will score 2 runs for the Waterloo Warriors Strazzeri got a little excited, a little ahead of himself as a ground rule double advances Waterloo, almost tying it up. You almost want that to not be a ground rule double so the wheels of Strazzeri can be in effect, but Applovich coming up, one of the better hitters of the lineup. It's a guy you want to see.
47, close. Applovich.
Coming around to score runs there, the shortstop Grant and the catcher Greaves. As that puts Strazzeri on third base, and a pitching change for the Guelph Gryphons. I told you he wanted it, and he got it. Hagerman, effective batting, and we'll see you as the Waterloo Warriors continue to put on the pressure. Here we are again with your Waterloo Warriors action. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the Guelph Gryphons, and a 1-run ball game off the Hagerman grounds rule double RBI. As the first pitch in for a ball for the new pitcher. This is the third baseman, Applovich, at the dish for Waterloo. A dangerous hitter, especially when the count's in his favor. 2-0 now the count, 2 balls. A good count for Applovich. Gives him a chance to pick and choose his battles here with 2 outs. An effective pitch on that outside part of the strike zone. I was letting you guys know earlier all about that, how every single pitcher in this game so far has been able to effectively use it. As we've got a 2-1 count now for Class Applovich. The pitcher for Guelph shakes off one, steps in, delivers the pitch, and that one's hit up the center field side. Coming back on it is the shortstop, camped under and able to make the grab. We're going to be heading into the 5th inning. Waterloo down just 1 run.
Leading off for Guelph, number 27, Sawyer Whitaker.
McKelvey returns to the mound in the top half of the 5th inning for the Waterloo Warriors, as the lefty catcher for the Guelph Gryphons is set to face off. And the first pitch of the at-bat outside for a called ball. That ball in a very similar spot, just a couple inches over though. Gets called a strike as we got a 1-1 count here. We have a 6-7 ball game, as this one has been intense. Waterloo attempting to mount a 5-run comeback. They've done 4 so far, but they got to limit any further damage that the Guelph Gryphons might deliver. As that one swung on and missed, McKelvey definitely settling much better. A lot easier to pitch when you don't have 3 people behind you on every base. As it's now a 2-2 count, McKelvey enters his windup. The fastball that one is just over the shortstop's head. It goes out into the left field grasses. That'll be a big single to start the inning for the Guelph Gryphons.
Now batting number 18, Tucker Delaney.
Tucker Delaney up for the Guelph Gryphons now with a runner on first base. The defense for Waterloo will definitely have to work in overdrive here to keep them in this one. No outs. As McKelvey delivers a strike one. Well-placed ball. Getting the signs and getting ready for the pitch. Checking on the runner at 1 and throwing over. Not in time, though. Throw over again to first base. We're getting closer and closer to getting this guy, but just unable to do so. The pickoff move is effective, just not effective enough as he locks back in on the plate. Checking over, and throw down again, and it really looked like they got him there. Waterloo started to celebrate a little early as it is called safe from the umpire. As McKelvey locks back in for the pitch, the runner threatens to go and then doesn't. The ball passed by the catcher, a ball against. Is now a 1-1 count with a runner on 2. Squared up to bunt is the Guelph batter. Coming over on is McKelvey, but Misa will pick it up and throw over to 1. Skorupski covering the bag for the first out of the inning. That will advance the runner over to the third base bag, though.
Now batting, number 1, Jalen Wood.
Watching back the replay on the pickoff attempt over at first, it was as close as it gets, but as you know, the tie goes to the runner. With a runner on third base, the righty batter for Guelph has a chance to extend the lead a little bit more. McKelvey refuses. On the bump with a 0-1 lead in the count now. Just 1 out in the top half of the 5th inning. A dangerous position Waterloo have found themselves in with a runner on third base. Gonna need some effective pitching here as that one skips through the dirt, but good block from the catcher Greaves, able to keep that in front of the plate. Covey looks in, gets his sign, enters the windup. And that one outside again. Not quite able to catch that paint of the strike zone. The pitch in from McKelvey is hit straight up. Misa coming in on it, has a beat on it, and he's able to camp out under it and makes the play. 2 outs now. Waterloo is definitely in a much better position. They could breathe a little easier.
Now batting, number 19, Noah Chang.
Noah Chang now up for the Guelph Gryphons. Another righty batter facing off against McKelvey, the righty pitcher, who enters his windup in the first pitch. Just a little down, called a ball by the umpire. Second pitch of the at-bat in and under for a called ball. As that one down as well, just unable to find the strike zone. And that one finds its way into the zone. McKelvey battling back now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Just need 1 out now, Waterloo, to get out of the top half of this inning. As that one unable to find the outside part of the strike zone. It looked like it was getting called a strike all day, but that one just an inch or 2 outside a
14,
walk for the
Jack
Guelph Gryphons.
Gillis.
As the lefty batter now up for the Guelph Gryphons, looking to keep their bats alive as the first pitch into him is a strike. The pitch in from McKelvey, and that one swung on and hits it up to the second baseman. Sean Skrupski camped under it, and that will get us out of the top half of this inning. McKelvey not
Leading off for the Warriors, number 8, Jaden Kemp.
Jaden Kemp coming up now for the Waterloo Warriors. A big, scary bat has an opportunity to keep things going from the fourth inning action that we had earlier on. So far in this one, Kemp reached on what I would score an error, but ended up scoring a run on it as that one's hit hard down the third base side. The Guelph Gryphons third baseman ends up stabbing it and making the throw across the diamond for the out. A good defensive play there.
Now batting number 4, Sam Grant.
Sam Grant and the bottom half of this Waterloo Warriors lineup is coming up, and this is where all the damage has been done so far. Grant, his last time up, getting a single and a run scored. Shepard batting after him had a big RBI. Skrupski as well. Playing effective so far. As the first pitch in called a strike against the shortstop Grant. Second pitch in, catching the outside part of the plate, called a strike by the umpire. Bat not leaving the shoulder of the shortstop Grant quite yet. 0-2, back against the wall now. As the catcher lines up outside and a little bit too outside as the bat remains on the shoulder of Grant. A good eye from the shortstop for the Waterloo Warriors, staying alive. 1-2 the count now. This pitch comes in, swung on and missed by the shortstop Grant, and he will sit down 2 outs already, no runners on base. The bottom half of the 5th inning has been
Number
cold so far.
27, Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard coming up had an RBI in his first plate appearance. Is going to look to put the pressure on. He did get good contact on his last time up, but it resulted in a fly out. The first pitch into him is a ball. He's going to look to work this count and stay ahead here. As the Guelph pitcher winds up and throws. That one hit hard to center field. Going back on it is the center fielder, and that one will go just to the warning track. Hit it about 375 feet. Sadly, here at Jack Couch Park, the wall's 380. We'll see you in the top half of the 6th inning. Waterloo Warriors down 7-6.
Now pitching for the Warriors, number 3, Joel Palmer.
The Waterloo Warriors have a new pitcher on the mound, right-handed, number 3, Palmer. The first pitch of the at-bat swinging over to Applovich on third. He makes a really nice running throw, but unable to corral that as Misa, the runner for the Guelph Gryphons, able to get over to second base. A runner on 2 for Guelph is that one chopped hard to the third base side. Applovich trying to make a hero play on it and just unable to get it over in a good position for Misa to corral it. An infield single and an error probably results on a runner being on 2 is that one. First pitch again swung on and fouled straight back. Looking in, getting the signs is Palmer. Checking on the runner on 2 on the 0-1 count. Pitch comes in, and that one just outside, not able to catch that outside part of the plate. As it is now a 1-1 count. The wind still not too quick, maybe even blowing in at home plate a little bit as Palmer steps off the mound. When one pitch comes in, that one swung on, fouled back again That's a good spot for Palmer to find himself in, but lots of swinging from the Guelph Gryphons side. They want to test the Waterloo the Waterloo relievers. Palmer checking on the runner on 2. Looking back and forth as the runner goes over to third base and unable to corral that one is Greaves, as Guelph now has a runner on 3 with no outs yet. A 2-2 count to their current number 44. Palmer set to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Is that one in the dirt again? 3-2 count now. As you can hear a pin drop here at Jack Couch Park, as the pressure is on, breathing isn't easy. Full count with a member of the Guelph Gryphons on third, as that's a big strikeout for Palmer. Much needed first out of the inning.
Now batting number 43, Owen Ellis.
Number 43, Owen Ellis, coming up now for the Guelph Gryphons. Coming up after the strikeout. Palmer is going to look to continue dealing, as that one first pitch popped up to the second base side. Skorupski, the reliable second baseman, camped under and grabs it, and that's a quick 2 outs for Waterloo. Finding themselves in a bad position with a runner on third and no outs to suddenly something a little more manageable with 2 outs now. Runner remains on third, and they're going to have to work hard here.
Number 3.
The right-handed number 3 for the Guelph Gryphons. He's been effective so far in this one. Watches that one on the outside part of the plate. The pitch in from Palmer, hit straight up, and Misa coming in on it has a read on the ball and will grab it, and they find their way out of that inning. A runner on third, don't matter. Palmer able to keep his composure, showing off that ice in his veins, as Waterloo's got a chance to tie this one up as they head into the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-6 ball game.
Now batting number 24, Sean Skorupski.
Sean Skorupski coming up now for the Waterloo Warriors. The speedy second baseman looking to get on base and get things started here for the Waterloo Warriors offense as the Guelph Gryphons have a new pitcher on the mound. And his first pitch just down low for a called ball. Resetting now, Skorupski with that trademark. Oh, trademark! Cut, choke up on the bat, and it works out. Spraying that one out to the left field grass for a big single to start the inning.
Number 7, Max Greaves.
And now you got Max Greaves coming up with a speedy Skorupski on base. A lot of chaos is about to take place. As he takes off on the first pitch, the throw outside, and he's not in time. A very, very good throw by the catcher of the Guelph Gryphons squad. The speed just not enough. As another member of the coaching staff coming out from the Waterloo Warriors. We'll see if this turns into a wrestling match. Most likely not. Would be funny though. Because I'm just gonna... It would be pretty funny if he were to get tossed here. We'd be down 2 coaches in just this second game. As that is a tough call to make as an umpire, but the throw did beat him, and the glove looked like it got in before the foot, and keeping our composure here, most likely told him exactly what I just saw on the replay. Now, all of you at home, if you want to replay, just rewind a couple seconds. The joys of streaming on YouTube as Greaves fouls that one back. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Pressure definitely mounting for the Waterloo squad here as they're 1 out closer to not getting back into this one, but Greaves, of course, the catcher with the good eye. I don't mind the decision one bit by Skorupski to run there. It's definitely his game, and it's definitely something that we see commonly from him, just not working out in the Waterloo Warriors' favor. As that one swung on, hit hard down the third base side. That is a fair ball, and that will be at least 2 bases for the catcher of the Waterloo Warriors. Greaves, a very, very good piece of hitting there, and that gets the dugout alive.
Back to the top of the order, number 23, Alessandro Shaziri.
Have yourself a game, Greaves. That's a single, a stolen base, a hit by pitch, a run, and now a double for the Warriors catcher as he gets replaced by a pinch runner. Waterloo trying anything to stay in this one. Owen Coyle back to pinch run. He's got some speed himself. I mean, him and Skorupski in a foot race would be quite entertaining. A runner on 2 for the Warriors after the big double from Greaves. His night will end after some excellent work up at the dish. As the first pitch comes on 2. Oh, that's a big stolen base there by Coyle, the pinch runner. He will round third, but no opportunity to score. As that's big, just missing the leadoff hitter Strazzeri. Yeah, free base now for the Waterloo Warriors. And 1 ball against.
Really?
It's alright.
Both teams now in these last few innings having a runner on third base, definitely mounting the pressure for the pitchers on both sides. There's 2 balls as that one's in the dirt. A good block by the catcher. Any passed ball, and I have to imagine that Coyle is going to dart home. as the righty Guelph Gryphons pitcher sets up for the pitch. It's in and hitting the outside part of the plate, and he'll take that. Strazzeri getting an eye for the ball here. As the Toronto Blue Jays battling back in the top half of the 9th inning, it's a 4-3 game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just getting an RBI as the pitch in from the Guelph Gryphons. Swung on and missed by Strazzeri. That evens up the count. Still just one out here in our 6th inning of action at Jack Couch Park. Strazzeri ready for the pitch as that one's way outside, works it full. As Strazzeri, he wants to be on base bad, walking his last 2 times up. This is his game, and that's why he bats leadoff. The lefty wants it. He's waiting for it. The pitch coming in, and that's inside, and he walks. On first base for Strazzeri for the 3rd time in this game. The eyes on this guy. Gotta be 2020.
Nolan Misa.
And that will send out Nolan Misa. A versatile player for the Waterloo Warriors, a guy that can both swing the bat and lay down a very effective bunt. We'll see what he does here, getting the sign from the third base coach as the umpire will be cleaning off the plate. That's good batsman skills from Strazzeri there. Full count, having the discipline to keep the bat on the shoulder and watch that ball fly inside. Nolan Misa, the right-handed batter, set to facing off against the pitcher. Strazzeri goes, no throw down to second base as Coyle wants to come home. He wants it bad. As that one was a strike. Very good work by the Guelph pitcher to keep composure with the man stealing right behind him, both Coyle and Strazzeri. Oh, they're dying to come home as the Guelph pitcher goes, gets the signs, and is set to enter his windup. Nolan Misa wants it and doesn't swing. He's able to keep his bat in check and lay off that one. Very, very close pitch on the outside part of the plate there. 1-1 the count now. Misa ready, waiting, the pitch in, swung on and hit to the right field side. That one's going high. The right fielder coming in hard on that one and will make the catch. Way too shallow for any opportunities to tag up. Now there's 2 outs. Waterloo's got to get it done now.
Now batting number 34, Cody Hagerman.
Speaking of getting it done, Cody Hangerman coming up to the plate. His last time up, a ground rule double, scoring 2 runs, and that's exactly what the Waterloo Warriors need now, riding the power bat of the right fielder. It's going to come down to this one right here, and I wouldn't be shocked if he swings on the first pitch. Eyes open, eyes on, anything can happen. Pitch comes in and just outside. Good eyes from Hagerman and good discipline. I know the adrenaline's pumping. I know he wants this ball, but to lay off, and especially on those outside pitches, it's good play by him, and Waterloo Warriors coaching staff can definitely get credit for installing good values into these boys' heads as he's set, excited, ready. The Guelph Gryphons pitcher taking his time, and time is called. One ball against Hagerman. The pitch comes in, and he swings on that one, chopped real hard. He's going to have to run this one out. The pitcher covering the bag, and he does not get there in time, just a step away as Waterloo unable to capitalize on their opportunity. We head into our final inning of play, 7-6 for the Guelph Gryphons.
Leading off for the Gryphons, number 27, Sawyer Whitaker.
Sawyer Whitaker up for the Guelph Gryphons as a pitching change for the Waterloo Warriors sends out the closer from the first game, Armitage, number 21. As the first pitch of the at-bat was a ball, Armitage looking to lock in. As we are in the top half of the 7th inning here. As that ball is hit hard out to the center right field side. Coming over on it is the center fielder getting to it. Will be Strazzeri. Looked a little scary coming off the bat, but not quite enough to do damage.
Number 18, Tucker Delaney.
Two outs remain until Waterloo sends their bats back out and chance to get back into this one, but the defense in the meantime has to be steady, as the first pitch from Armitage was just a little bit outside. 1 ball now. Same thing we saw from the first batter here. We'll see if the Gryphons will continue the aggression that they've shown so far. As that went in for a swinging strike. Sweet pitch from Armitage. 1-1 the count. 1 out here in the top half of our final inning of action, the 7th. As the pitch from Armitage in. Missing again. Back-to-back. Beautiful stuff from Armitage. Forcing some swing and misses. 1-2 the count now, and Armitage on top. That one way inside, trying to get a big swing off, and nothing there. Evens up the count. Armitage has got to stay locked in and focused to get out of this. As he enters his windup and the pitch goes in, and it is along the grounds. The count is now loaded. You got to question if there is a little bit of fatigue from the work he did earlier in the first game in an effective 7-5 win. Lots of runs here at Jack Couch Park throughout these 2 games. So the pitch comes in, and it's a swing and a miss. Good work from Armitage there to get 2 swinging strikeouts off. There's 2 quick outs here. Waterloo wants their bats back.
Now batting, number 1, Jalen Wood.
Jalen Wood up now for the Guelph Gryphons, set to face off against Armitage. A little righty-on-righty matchup here. 2 outs against us. That one way inside. Just getting out of the way. That one is Wood as a ball against Armitage. Armitage set with the pitch in. That one chopped to the shortstop. Throws over and makes it. There's 3 quick outs for Waterloo. Down 1 run, but have the momentum. Warriors set to bat. Applovich set to lead off our final inning of action here, the 7th inning. The power bat chops it to the third base side. The shortstop makes a big jumping grab, but Applovich will be safe. Waterloo getting it started early. First pitch, first swing, first hit of the inning. It is 7-6 with a runner on, no outs.
Number 8, Jaden Kemp.
The senior Jaden Kemp making his way to the dish. A very dangerous bat in his own right. Had a terrific game 1 with 3 hits before he got pinch ran for. We'll see what he can do to keep the Waterloo Warriors into this one. Down to their final opportunities. 7-6 ball game. They got to score 1. As the first pitch watched down low, and that one, unhappy Jaden Kemp, as it looked to be low but called a strike by the umpire. And you got to live with those decisions, and you got to step back in, and you got to stay focused, locked in, ready. The right-handed pitcher for the Guelph Gryphons set to throw. Pitch comes in, and that one outside this time. 1 ball, 1 strike against Jaden Kemp. Applovich on first, Kemp at the dish. Throw comes in, and that one called a strike by the umpire. Kemp getting some tough calls, not in his way. 1-2, the aggression's gonna have to step up a little bit here, and the smart decision making will be in full effect. As the wind up from the Guelph pitcher comes in, and that is called a strike by the umpire. 3 called strikes, 3 of them borderline. But that's what you got to live with when you deal with humans. Still got a runner on first. You still have a chance to be in this game.
Sam Grant.
Sam Grant, the shortstop, stepping up, has a run in this game already on a single earlier on. The Waterloo Warriors down to their final 2 outs. As that one swung on and hit to the right field side, it could have a chance to drop as the second baseman comes over and camped under, able to get it. Unfortunate for the Waterloo Warriors, down to their final out.
Now batting, number 27, Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard already with 1 RBI in this game. Will need to get another, or at least a base hit to keep this thing going. You never want to be the last out of a game, as we're facing a 7-6 deficit with 2 outs. An opportunity to keep this thing going. And the pitch from Guelph, just below the zone. Good eyes there from the left fielder, Sam Shepard. The righty bat trying to keep this game alive. Guelph with the pitch. Comes in, that one's hit hard down the left field side. It has a chance to go to the wall, and it will. 1 hopping there, as coming around as Applovich will remain on third, and the throw over to 2. Not in time. You got runners on second and third. All it takes is 1 well-hit ball, and Waterloo are right back into this one. But that's what it will take, is a good hit ball. Hey, and a very good game here from Sam Shepard. His second hit of the afternoon. Sean Skrupski's gonna need something big here. Gonna be choked up on that bat. You just need that ball in play. Any type of single, any type of base hit, and that runner comes home. Pitch in, and that one's hit out to the foul side, third base way. My goodness, you could feel the energy coursing through Jack Couch Park here. Everyone in the Waterloo dugout on their feet. You can probably hear them on the stream as the pitch comes into Skrupski. That one outside, good eyes from the second baseman. 1 strike, 1 ball against. It all comes down to this, folks. The last out possible in the 7th inning of play here. It acts as our 9th in the doubleheader. 1-1's the count. Pitch comes in, swung on, and oh my goodness, has a chance to go, but doesn't. Just skirting past the third base side, foul again. He wants it so bad. He's been early on the last 2 pitches. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 outs. Skrupski, the game in his hands. 1-2, digs in, stares down the pitcher. Pitcher staring back. The moment doesn't get much bigger than this. He's going to have to hit it, and there's time called. Lots and lots of time called. Lots and lots of patience on display from both teams here. You can feel the anxiety. You can feel the nerves. And you can feel the excitement from both dugouts. As the pitch comes in outside, Skorupski stays alive to fight another day. 2-2's the count, and I'm pretty sure everyone here is sweating, whether you're on the winning side or the losing side. It all comes down to this. These are the final pitches, probably of the entire game. 2 fouls already. Skorupski's got his eye on the ball, but the Guelph pitcher is going to have to do something creative here as the pitch comes in. That one's hit right back over our heads here in the booth. Staying alive, Skorupski still 2-2. The count remains. You can feel all the energy, the story of the at-bat. What will happen? Sean Skorupski choked up, wants the ball, and that one outside as it's a pass ball, and running home is Applefinch, and he will make it. He'll score on the pass ball. What a heads-up base running play. What a heads-up base running play on the pass ball. What aggression from the Waterloo Warriors as the man on second comes around to third. That Sam Shepard represents the winning run with the bases. Excuse me, with the count juiced. It's a 3-2 here with 2 outs. That is a mistake you cannot make. Oh my goodness. Anything can happen now. As the umpire getting mad at the Waterloo side, we're showing too much passion, we're showing too much energy. We have to be behind that fence because we could die. We could die to a ball that's hit too hard as Skorupski wants it, and this man's got power. It's a full count. It comes down to this pitch, and that one swung on and fouled back. He lives again. He fights again. Anything can happen here. 3-2's the count. The energy coursing, and this is why you watch the games. A little second to breathe, a little second to recoil, a little second to look at the coach, get some guidance, step in the dish, locked in. Umpire says, we're ready to play. Getting the sign, Guelph pitcher, the 3-2 pitch. It's in, and it's hit by Sean Skorupski. He's got the wheels to potentially beat this. He's going, and he makes it. He was safe. Oh, you're kidding me. You're gonna be kidding me. No way. No way that's called out. He beat that by a mile. You're kidding me. On that, we'll review that, and we'll come back to you guys after a short break, a little bit of extra innings. Here we are for some extra inning actions here at Jack Couch Park. Of course, we got the second base runner rule in effect. After further replay, it looked about as close as you can get on a call there. And I mean, as far as I'm aware, playing baseball my whole life, a tie goes to the runner, and that looked, from freeze frame, like frame by frame analysis, it looked like a tie. It looked like he might have even beat it by a millisecond, but as an umpire, especially a human, it's a hard call to make, and you know for a fact both sides, both Guelph and Waterloo, would have been very upset with whatever call was made, and we continue to play some baseball here at Jack Couch Park. The 8th inning, that one's hit hard to the third baseman Applefitch. He gets up, checks on the runner on 2, and is able to throw the man out at first base. Waterloo's definitely going to be playing with a fire lit under them after that. Definitely feeling like they're battling against both the Guelph Gryphons and the umpires.
Jack Gillis.
As Jack Gillis for Guelph comes up, still with the runner on 2. Armitage remains on the mound for the Waterloo Warriors. As the first pitch in, away for a ball to the left-handed bat. That is some drama in the game, folks, and we continue on. The right-handed Armitage delivers the pitch, and that one just up top. 2 balls now. The lefty bat now digging in, has the big advantage in a hitter's count. 2-0 pitch comes in. That one's hit hard on the right field side. Wow, that one's lined in a hurry, foul. The Waterloo Warriors are glad to be getting the ball back here with no less damage done. As Armitage looks in, getting the signs from the catcher, Greaves has been managing a good game behind the dish. 7-7 the score here in extra innings. And this one's been as intense as it gets. Armitage, the pitch. That one just low again. 3-1's the count now. Digging in, the left-handed bat. We're continuing on with the second batter here of extra innings as Armitage checks on the runner at 2. Enters his windup, and that one's swung on, fouled. That'll be a full count now. Every batter here for both sides bringing as much drama as they possibly can. Another full count here. My goodness. Both teams, after the first game, definitely sharpening their eyes and getting a lot more contact and a lot more swings in general. The pitch comes in on the full count, and that one's inside and will walk. The batter, you got guys on first and second now for the Guelph Gryphons.
Now batting, number 11, Sam Brown.
Sam Brown up for the Guelph Gryphons, a right-handed batter. Quick little mound visit between the catcher and Armitage. Bauer, the catcher at the dish, replacing the pinch runner Coyle, who came around and had some big plays there. I was unable to score though, as that one fouled back. It's now an 0-1 count for Armitage. As he looks in with the sign, very quick wind up there as that one skied out to the right field side, as coming in and making a very good play on it is Hagerman. That's not Hagerman no more. They did a defensive replacement, number 2 out there for Waterloo. They moved the pinch runner Coyle out to right field, a little bit of defensive backup, and then in catch is Bauer. Now 2 outs against for the Guelph Gryphons. Waterloo putting themselves in a good position here, and how things have been going lately, Waterloo ramping up the offense as the game goes on. That second baseman runner rule is going to be in their favor when they get their bats back, as the first pitch of that one inside, called the ball by the umpire, and the batter likes it.
I would have checked his elbows going forward.
1-0 now the count, as that one inside right over the plate. Beautifully put ball there by Armitage. 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. 1-1 is the count. Runners on first and second as the pitch comes in, and it is swung on and hit to the shortstop. A beautiful diving play to get Waterloo out of the inning. Are you kidding me, Grant? Have yourself a day. We'll see you in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 7-7 is still the score. No runners advance for the Guelph Gryphons.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th, number 2,
Owen Coyle up at the dish to start the bottom half of the 8th inning, leading it off for Waterloo, as you got Sean Skorupski on second base. The speed threat, he's exactly the guy you want there, as a bunt goes down and just foul. Giving them another attempt at that, and another attempt to advance Skorupski over to third base, and that's exactly what Waterloo wants, to play this small ball action and hopefully get out of this one with a come from behind. They were down 5 runs. It was a 7-2 ball game at one point here, folks, and Waterloo with the resilience, with the resistance, as the pitch comes in, squared up to bunt again, as it is excellently put. That advances the runner over to third base. It will cost them 1 out, but that's a runner who is only 90 feet from ending this game.
Now batting, number 23, Alessandro Strazzeri.
The center fielder, Strazzeri, coming up. 3 straight walks for him. We'll see if he can move the bat here and put the ball in play. All the infields in as far as they can go. Another bunt attempt as that one skied up and caught by the pitcher. A really nice diving catch, and Waterloo now down to their last out. Ill-advised bunt there from Strazzeri. And it all comes down to Nolan Misa, the first baseman for the Waterloo Warriors, has a chance to win this game by advancing Sean Skorupski from third base to home. But it's going to require getting the ball into play and not being out himself, as they choose to walk him, an intentional walk by the Guelph Gryphons against the first baseman Nolan Misa. An IBB for him, and that brings up And that brings up the replacement catcher,
Cam Bauer.
Cam Bauer, who was excellent behind the dish in his one defensive outing so far. We'll see what he can do with the bat now. The right-handed batter, number 13, stepping in, set to face off against the Guelph pitcher. His first swings of the day, as Misa immediately goes over to second base without any challenge. There is 2 outs here in our extra innings. As we're getting down to the closing moments of this one, it's going to require a big moment here from the backup catcher and almost getting it to go. My goodness.
Warm me up, Simao!
The backup catcher to the backup catcher for this one. We'll see what Bowers can do and if he can make some damage happen. It's a 0-2 count now, so he's really going to have to be aggressive, and he's really going to have to keep his wits about him with these outside pitches. We'll see if the pitcher really goes outside and threatens to get him to swing, or if he's really going to challenge him, and Bowers will have to swing, and he will, and that goes right up the middle, and Waterloo's going to take this one 8-7. Beautiful hit there by Bowers, coming into the game and winning it for Waterloo. Play the ABBA, play Waterloo. They take it both games over the Guelph Gryphons. The first one 7-5, the second one 8-7 in extras. We will see you the next time we see you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.